Today is January the 1st, 2025, and we have developing news and confirmation on what is now being confirmed as attacks around the nation, as we have additional confirmation coming out with the attack that unfolded in New Orleans that is now tied to Houston, and we had FBI warnings coming out in Houston regarding certain things that could potentially be unfolding in the city of Houston. Arrests have now been made. I'm going to share with you the video footage. In addition to that, trying to see if that is tied to what happened in Las Vegas, as there was a Cybertruck explosion in front of the Trump Tower in Las Vegas. Now we have received confirmation that was an attack. It was not a battery that just exploded. This was a detonation, we're hearing, with a detonation device, gasoline, fireworks, an assortment of different things. This was an actual attack. Now, at this moment, we're also hearing there is a hostage situation taking place in the streets of Las Vegas right now as well. And also, we are hearing in the last 24 hours, it's being reported that the largest cache of homemade explosive devices, over 150, were found in a home in Virginia as well. And so there is a lot going on. We're hearing confirmation that right now it appears that the warnings that we have received for years now from the FBI about sleeper cell attacks, they are waking up and attacks are taking place right now, January 1st, 2025, here on U.S. soil. And the question is raised, is there more to come? In fact, I'm going to be sharing with you some video footage that has just come out as a reporter has come out and said, are we safe in the coming days or tonight? Are there going to be more attacks? And you're going to be seeing the footage as it says, I just can't answer that. I can, but I won't answer that question right now, as it appears that cities around the nation are under the threat of attacks, and there are bombs basically all over the nation right now. So let me go ahead and share with you the latest information coming out. And like I said, as we get more updates, I'll continue to keep you up to speed here on the channel, let you know everything that's going on. But let's take a look at the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself, what exactly is unfolding here. So as I mentioned, we're going to be taking a look at Senator John Kennedy, who is responding on Fox News as they ask, are we under the threat of potential attacks tonight in major U.S. cities? He says, I can't answer that. Also, the largest seizure of explosive devices in FBI history was found in a Virginia home, so we were able to avert potential disaster in Virginia. As we're hearing about this, I'm going to be sharing with you the article and the video footage. And take a look, as I mentioned, hostage situation in Las Vegas, heavy police presence on South Fremont Street hours after the Cybertruck explosion. There's actually video footage that's coming out of what is unfolding right now. And also, we are hearing that this is as a result of what is going on with that Cybertruck explosion out in front of Trump Hotel. And they are saying that they are now crediting Elon Musk for helping out with this. And the video footage is now coming out showing that this was not just a battery explosion, as some people speculated. This was a full-on explosion. And from the footage I shared with you, as soon as this had come out earlier today, I thought to myself, there is no way that this is a battery explosion. It was massive, leaving plumes of smoke that were coming out, rattled the actual hotel, they said, set off the alarms. And take a look, Elon Musk said that we have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by a very large firework and or bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck, and it is unrelated to the vehicle itself. So he said this is not at the fault of the Cybertruck itself. All vehicle telemetry was positive at the time of the explosion. So we're hearing that this was due to a detonation. Now we are trying to see, Las Vegas police are looking to see if there is some sort of link between the Cybertruck blast and the New Orleans attack, trying to see if there's some sort of connection between the two that both unfolded today. Now, we are hearing, though, there is a connection. The FBI and the Sheriff's Department investigating Houston connection to the New Orleans attacks that took place, as we're hearing that the attacker actually came from Houston. We're hearing that he joined ISIS later on, became indoctrinated by their teachings, and decided that he and this group of other people wanted to go ahead and orchestrate this attack. Now, in Houston today, I let you know that we were receiving word that the FBI had sent out a warning saying, stay out of the northern area of Harris County. They were going to be conducting something. They didn't say what it was. People weren't really sure, and they said due to the sensitive nature of the situation, they could not provide further details. Well, I've got some video footage coming out from Fox News as well, as they are showing that they were surrounding off a certain area, and yes, it was the location of that individual's house, and also an arrest was made video footage of an arrest that took place over there as well. Now, I don't have information as to what is going on, just that there is a suspect with his hands up and the SWAT is issuing commands to them. So there are developments across all of the things that have been going on today. Now, like I said, I don't have all the information as to why these things are taking place or what is going on. I'm just getting it, and as it's coming out, I'm reporting it to you so that way you guys can know exactly what is taking place. And also, a lot of people wondering about New York with all of the potential threats of cyber attacks. We had heard the warnings, sleeper cell attacks. Well, take a look at this. We're also hearing mass protests taking place in Manhattan today. And take a look at some of these captions. Manhattan, New York City, calling for a global intifada. 12 hours from the tragedy of New Orleans and Las Vegas, and these people are doing this. Do they have no shame? We are hearing that this is taking place in the streets of New York, in Manhattan. They are protesting for this. And this is while these attacks are taking place right now in cities across the U.S. So a lot of developments going on. I'm going to get you guys caught up on the latest so you know exactly what is taking place. And I see we've got people coming in with the comments. Adam is saying the world is going to crap. The Remnant saying, here we go, day one. Yeah, this is the first day of 2025. Dev003X is saying we are under attack. I would say so, yes. Mark Adolfo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Get Biden out now. Put Trump in office now. Biden is on vacation again. What is that POS president? Yeah, and actually we saw him address this today as well. We saw him address the nation in a speech. And he had some words to say about the attack that took place today. I actually was going to pull that up. Let me see if I can find it for you guys on the attacks that took place. And you can hear it for yourself, and you can let me know your thoughts as to what Biden had to say in his address. Let me see if I can pull that up for us. Yeah, I think I was able to find it right here.
To everyone.
All right. Awesome. I will also play that as well. Adam Sabula, thank you for the $1 super chat. I appreciate that a ton. So let me go ahead and get you guys caught up on the latest so that way you know exactly what is going on. I'm going to be playing all of this for you so that way you can see it. There's been a lot of developments happening today. We had heard these warnings from the FBI of potential cyber attack threats, sleeper cell attack threats that could be unfolding. And now we're essentially getting confirmation that these are taking place. So let me go ahead and get you caught up, though, on the latest so that way you can see it for yourself. And if you appreciate the updates, do me a favor, take a second, hit the like button. Just help spread this out further across the YouTube platform so that way more people can see the updates. And like I said, as it's coming out, I'll be sure to share. Articles are going to be linked in the description below. I try to cite all the sources, put it on the screen, read right from it so you can see that it is the latest. Hyperlinks down below so you could click it. Go ahead and look at it if you want, and also play the video footage so you know exactly what is going on. So hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And also, let's see here. Let's just get you caught up on the latest. Let's see what is going on. So first off, let's take a look here at this video footage coming out from Fox News so that way you can hear it for yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Just a final question here for not just people in Louisiana that are watching, but people coast to coast that are watching tonight. Are you getting the sense that there's any threat of any other potential attacks tonight on any other major cities?
I can't answer that. I can, but I won't.
Is New Orleans safe tonight?
Yes, but we're still in the process of tightening up security. We're still in the process of doing everything that we possibly can. The governor's called out the National Guard. We've got more FBI coming. We've got Homeland Security people. We've got state troopers who've done an awesome job. We've got the NOPD. We're doing everything we can, but like I say, there's a lot of information out there. Some of it's accurate.
Okay.
There you have it, you guys. So they asked the question, are various major cities in the U.S. safe right now? And he said, I really can't answer that. He said, I can, but I don't want to right now. And they asked, is New Orleans safe tonight? He hesitated for quite some time, and then eventually he ended up saying, Yes, but there is a lot of work that we got. We are trying to make sure that we can keep things secure. Now, in addition to that, we might have been able to avert a disaster. As I shared with you, take a look at this. The largest seizure of explosive devices in FBI history found in a Virginia home. Now, this has been being reported over the last 24 hours, it appears, but a lot of it coming out today, Wednesday. Several additional apparent pipe bombs were found in a backpack in the home's bedroom, completely unsecured, prosecutors said in court documents. Now, let me go ahead and share with you the latest on this, as we're hearing that this was also potentially a major one. Now, it does not look like, I'm not sure yet, like as more information comes out, I'll let you know, does not look like this might have been tied to any groups like ISIS, just a lone actor. However, let's go ahead and take a look at the article so you can see it for yourself. As it says, the FBI seized more than 150 homemade explosives from Virginia man's home. ABC News reported on Wednesday today. Federal investigators made this discovery back in December while searching the home of Norfolk, Virginia resident Brad Spafford. According to the court documents, it is believed to be the largest seizure by number of finished explosive devices in FBI history, according to ABC News. Now, the court documents added that most of the bombs, material for building explosives, and tools were found in a garage next to Spafford's home. So this person was stockpiling these and creating a massive amount, the largest that they have ever seized in history. Several additional apparent pipe bombs were found in a backpack in the home's bedroom, completely unsecured, the prosecutors say. Never planned anything violent. Spafford's defense attorney argued in a motion Tuesday that he never planned anything violent. There is not a shred of evidence in the record that Spafford ever threatened anyone, and the contention that someone might be in danger because of their political views and comments is nonsensical, his lawyer had said. Now, the prosecution responded, while he is not known to have engaged in any apparent violence, he has certainly expressed interest in the same. Through his manufacture of the pipe bombs marked lethal, his possession of riot gear and a vest loaded with pipe bombs, his support for political assassinations, and the use of pictures of presidents for target practice, ABC News had reported. Now, according to the court documents, this investigation began in early 2023 when the defendant's neighbor and friend reported that the defendant disfigured his hand in 2021 while working with homemade explosive devices and was stockpiling weapons and homemade ammunitions. So there you have it. We could have potentially thwarted another disaster here, we are hearing, as the largest seizure of homemade bombs, pipe bombs, were found 150 in one individual's home. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the video footage so that way you can see it for yourself as well. That is coming out, this one coming out from NBC News. Let's go ahead and take a look.
To some breaking news now. The FBI arresting a Virginia man earlier this month after finding what prosecutors describe as the largest seizure of homemade explosives in Bureau history. In court documents, prosecutors say Brad Kenneth Spafford is an extreme danger to the community, and they're trying to keep him in jail. They say he had a stockpile of more than 150 pipe bombs, with some preloaded into a wearable vest. Let's get right to our Ken Delaney. And Ken, what is Spafford charged with right now? What else did investigators say they found?
As of now, Valerie, he's only charged with illegally possessing a short-barreled, unregistered rifle. But it seems pretty clear they're planning more charges. They were arguing to this federal judge that he should not be released on bond because he's a danger to the community, not only because they recovered that massive cache of explosives, but because he appears to be an anti-government extremist. They said that he was using pictures of President Biden for target practice, and he talked to a neighbor about bringing back political assassinations. So he appears to have some very extreme beliefs, and the federal government wants him behind bars. That's where he is right now while a judge considers the evidence, Valerie.
We know he was only recently arrested, but this investigation goes back at least a year, right?
That's right. A neighbor became interested in him when he moved to the area near Norfolk, Virginia, and noticed that he had lost some fingers and learned that it was because of his handling of homemade explosives. And that neighbor provided the tip to the FBI and also apparently recorded this person secretly. So the FBI has been watching him for a while, but they only recently got a search warrant to go to the residence, and then they found the explosives.
And Ken, what is his lawyer saying about all of this?
Well, his lawyer is pushing back strongly against the idea that he's a danger to the community. He hasn't spoken specifically to the seizures of explosives, but he's saying that the idea that this man is dangerous and an anti-government extremist is overblown and concocted, and there's no evidence of that. And initially, a judge ruled that he could be released with electronic monitoring, but the prosecutors urged that judge to reconsider, and he remains behind bars at this hour, Valerie.
All right, Ken Delanian, thanks so much.
So
Thanks
there you
for
have it, you
watching.
guys. We're hearing it was the largest seizure of homemade devices, 150 of them that was found. Now, that is taking place in Virginia. We're hearing that we could have diverted a disaster, got away from that, but we're having a lot of difficulty right now in New Orleans and also in Las Vegas. Now, there's new developments happening in Las Vegas, and as you guys saw earlier, I shared with you, there was that explosion outside of the Trump Tower. Now, we weren't sure if it was just some explosion, what happened with that car, if something nefarious was going on. Well, now we're hearing is being confirmed that something nefarious was underway, that it was meant to explode. There was a detonation device involved, fireworks, cans of gasoline, an assortment of different things. They're saying that this was definitely meant to be an explosion and cause terror around the Trump Hotel. Now, let me share with you the latest so that way you can see what is going on. Hostage situation right now in Las Vegas. Heavy police presence on South Fremont Street hours after the Cybertruck explosion. So this is taking place right now. Heavy police presence was spotted on South Fremont Street in Las Vegas on Wednesday amid reports of a hostage situation. The incident comes hours after a Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. A heavy police presence was seen on South Fremont Street in Las Vegas on Wednesday, following reports of a hostage situation. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department said a person was barricaded on a bus. As a result, Fremont Street is closed from Charleston to Oakley Boulevard. People were asked to avoid the area. The LVMPD is currently investigating a person barricaded on a bus near Fremont and Charleston Boulevard. The LVMPD SWAT and crisis negotiators are on the scene. Fremont Street is closed from Charleston to Oakley Boulevard. Please avoid the area, the police are saying. So, wow, this is happening across various cities today. We saw the same thing in Houston as the FBI came out and said that they were going to be doing stuff. We're going to look at that here in just a second. And they said to avoid certain streets. Also, this happening in Las Vegas with this, we're hearing hostage situation. And here you can see a Twitter post, emerging heavy police presence spotted on South Fremont Street in Las Vegas. Unconfirmed reports of a hostage situation. So it says, according to the report, police responded to the scene after receiving reports of a person armed with a knife. Several witnesses took to social media to report the police activity. So on my way home, I see about 75 cops, undercover SWAT. Every cop in Las Vegas's Metropolitan Police Force is in front of my apartment now. They evacuated all of us due to some idiot on a bus who decided to take people hostage. Now he let them go, and they're waiting for the end result, one person wrote on Facebook. This comes just hours after a Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside of the Trump Hotel, ending the life of the driver and injuring at least 7 others. It remains unclear whether the two incidences are connected at this time. So they are trying to connect the dots on these, as it just seems like a lot going on right now. And let me know your thoughts. Do you believe that these are connected, or do you think it just is coincidence that these are all unfolding today, January the 1st, and we've received these warnings? Now, we're hearing that some of them are not coincidences, and that would include what is going on with New Orleans and Houston. But let's go ahead and take a look at some more of this with the Cybertruck here. Let's take a look at this video footage so you can see it for yourself.
Just a vehicle fire. And so there's going to be a drone video that plays to my left again. You'll see as the fire initially, they covered it with the tarp to try to get it to go out. Once the fire went out through the suppression efforts of the fire department, you'll see some of the evidence in the back of the vehicle. So those are gasoline canisters. They are camp fuel canisters and large firework mortars. What I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a Cybertruck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked directly in front of. You can see that in the video there.
So there you have it, you guys. You can see that the results look like afterwards outside of the Trump Hotel. And you can see all of the things that were in the back of the truck. So I know I had a lot of people very certain in their opinion that it was just a battery explosion. But now we're hearing no, was not a battery explosion. And I actually shared for you the video footage on my Instagram and my TikTok. If you missed it, go check it out. It's at Steve Ram 3 or on my Facebook, Steve Ram News. I played it across all my platforms except for here on YouTube because I wasn't sure where the content came from. I didn't want to get hit with a copyright strike, but you can go check it out over there. And you can see the security camera footage of the explosion, and it is massive. It's huge, and fireworks explode. There's gasoline, they said, in the back of the truck. It is a huge explosion, and they're also saying that there was a detonation device that was in the vehicle as well. So we are hearing that we're still trying to see if there's any dots connected to this at this time. The police are saying they believe that this is an isolated, separate incident. So this might not be tied to ISIS like it is believed that the New Orleans and Houston incidences are. But let's go ahead and take a look at this video footage so that way you can see what they're saying as well.
In contact with Tesla Code to get analytics from the vehicle cameras?
Yes, actually, I have to thank Elon Musk specifically. He gave us quite a bit of additional information in regards to how the vehicle was locked after it exploded due to the force of the nature of the force from the explosion, as well as being able to capture all of the video from the Tesla charging stations across the country, and he sent that directly to us, so I appreciate his help on that. I'll take one more question.
So there you have it, and they're actually giving thanks to Elon Musk as they're saying that he was able to help give them information regarding the Cybertruck as well and what was unfolding with that explosion. And they were able to identify and confirm, as I shared with you. Take a look. We have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by a very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck, and it is unrelated to the vehicle itself. All vehicle telemetry was positive at the time of the explosion. Elon Musk on X also had said the whole Tesla senior team is investigating this matter right now. We'll post more information as soon as we learn anything. We've seen anything like this. We've never seen anything like this. And we're hearing appears likely to be an act of terror. Both the Cybertruck and the F-150 bombs in New Orleans, they were rented from Turo. So we're hearing that both trucks were rented. So both on the same day, both something taking place here. And as you can see, these coming out from Elon Musk. So they are saying thank you to Elon Musk for providing the information that they needed to help as they're trying to figure out what's going on here, as we've had what appears to be confirmation of several attacks taking place across the United States. Now, here's an article that's going to be giving us a little bit more information on this as well. This one you can see is coming out from ABC News. This one says Las Vegas police looking for links between the Cybertruck blast and the New Orleans attacks. The sheriffs say they're aware of coincidences, but haven't found any connections at this time. Now, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that this is a coincidence, or do you think they're related? If you think they're related, put a 1. If you think it's a coincidence, put a 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And this is specific to Las Vegas and New Orleans. Are these two related? They both had rented Turo vehicles, both had detonations, both had attacks that took place. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And while you're putting 1 or 2, don't forget to take a second to hit the like button for me. I see we've got over 4,200 people with me live. Hitting that like button helps spread this out further so more people can get the latest information. Now, it says authorities are investigating a Tesla Cybertruck explosion on Wednesday outside of the Trump Las Vegas hotel in Nevada as a possible act of terror, law enforcement officials have said. Sheriff Kevin McMahill of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department told reporters that the investigators were looking into any possible connection to the attacks in New Orleans earlier Wednesday, but had not yet discovered any. The driver of the Cybertruck pulled into the valet area of the hotel and the vehicle exploded, according to the official. Now, the driver lost his life so far, and so far is the only fatality from the incident. 7 bystanders had minor injuries, authorities have said. Now, McMahill said the truck was in front of the hotel for 15 to 20 seconds before it exploded. He said that it was rented in Colorado and license plate readers caught it arriving in Las Vegas Wednesday morning. And here you can see where the initial detonation was taking place. Now, it says the sheriff said Tesla CEO Elon Musk helped the investigation by having the truck unlocked after it auto-locked in the blast and giving investigators a video of the suspect at charging stations along its route from Colorado to Las Vegas. So Elon Musk, again, helping them out. They gave thanks to him on the live news as well. Big Ron 394, thank you for the $10 super chat. One, they are definitely related. And yeah, I saw a lot of ones, a lot of people vocalizing the same thought as you there. And thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that a ton. Now, reading on, it says video played at the news conference showed a load of fireworks-style mortars, gasoline cans, and camping fuel canisters in the back of the truck, as you just saw, as I shared with you those photos and video footage on X. Multiple law enforcement sources told ABC News that the Cybertruck that exploded in Las Vegas was rented on Turo. The same app sources said was used to rent the pickup truck used in the attacks in New Orleans. ABC has reached out to Turo for comments, but has gotten no responses. And there's a photo. You can see all of that was in the back of the Cybertruck. Now, let me know your thoughts. We're hearing there was a detonation device. All of these mortars for fireworks, these cans of gas, all of these in the back of this vehicle, and this detonation took place. Now, as police continue to investigate, McMahill said the explosion was an isolated incident and that there is no further threat to the community. He also said that the police do not believe anyone was helping the Las Vegas suspect. We believe everything is safe now, he said. Now, the property is the subject of frequent threats and heightened security given its connection to President-elect Donald Trump. Musk, a close ally of Trump, said on Wednesday afternoon that the whole Tesla senior team is investigating this matter right now. We'll post more information as soon as we learn anything, he wrote on X. We've never seen anything like this. Musk later posted on X, we have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by a very large firework and or bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. It's not known if Musk's claim has been independently verified. An official briefed on the investigation told ABC News this was not a lithium battery blast, as some have speculated online. There have been instances in the past of battery compartments in Tesla vehicles spontaneously catching fire, though. And here's a photo you can see from inside of the Trump Hotel looking out when the blast took place. Somebody recorded it and got the footage. Trump's son, Eric Trump, the executive vice president of Trump Organization, posted on social media about the incident. Earlier today, a reported electric vehicle fire occurred in the port cochere of Trump Las Vegas, he wrote. The safety and well-being of our guests and staff remain our top priority. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Las Vegas Fire Department and local law enforcement for their swift response and professionalism. The hotel also issued a statement on X suggesting that the car involved was electric. Earlier today, a reported electric vehicle fire occurred in the port cochere of Trump's Las Vegas hotel, they wrote. The safety and well-being of our guests and staff remain our top priority. We extend our gratitude to the Las Vegas Fire Department and local law enforcement for their swift response. Now, President Joe Biden has been briefed on the fire and the explosion near the Trump International Hotel, Las Vegas, and has directed his team to offer any federal assistance needed, the White House has said. So, there you have an update as to what is going on with that as well. They're trying to see if there's any connection. Now, at this time, it does not appear that there is any connection between this and New Orleans, but it's very coincidental that they were both acquired in the same manner through Turo. They both then were used for, we're hearing, intended attacks against these cities and locations. Now, in addition to that, though, we are hearing there is a connection that is taking place right now with Houston and New Orleans, as that is where we are hearing that the New Orleans attacker came from, was Houston, Texas. FBI Sheriff's Department investigating Houston connection to New Orleans attack. Now, it says, while police and the Federal Bureau of Investigation continue their investigation into the attack that ended the lives of 15 people and injured more than 30 on New Year's Eve in New Orleans, investigators are looking into a possible link to the attack in Houston. Now, the FBI and the Harris County Sheriff's Office are conducting an investigation related to this morning's New Orleans attack, the FBI Houston office said Wednesday in a post on X, the social network formerly known as Twitter. The FBI has identified the driver of the Ford pickup truck who slammed into the crowd during a New Year's Eve celebration on Bourbon Street. Now, Shamsuddin Jabbar, 42, was fatally shot at the scene of the attack by the police officers. The FBI said that they are investigating Jabbar's actions as an act of terror. Now, Jabbar, a U.S. citizen who lived in Texas and was an Army veteran, carried an ISIS flag on the trailer hitch of his truck, which appeared to be rented, the FBI said. And again, we are hearing that there was that black flag and that ISIS flag. And this I shared with you as soon as it had come out, actually was not being reported by the mainstream media news. A lot of them was being reported first by foreign news media outlets. So I was sharing with you that information as soon as it had come out. Now, those initial pictures, I know a lot of people were confused, appeared that there was a pole with a black coat on the back. But what we're hearing is that coat was actually either covering up or not showing the flag, but it's been laid out. You can see various pictures across social media of the flag laid out, and it is clearly a black ISIS flag. Now, public property records indicate that Jabbar lived at a home on Crescent Avenue in Houston, the same area the FBI and Harris County deputies had blocked off in a search connected with Wednesday's attacks today. Now, it says FBI Houston and the Harris County Sheriff's Office are currently conducting law enforcement activity near the intersection of Hugh Road and Crescent Peak Drive in North Houston, the FBI Houston office said in a post. We have secured a perimeter in that area and are asking people to avoid the area. FBI Houston personnel and specialized teams will be on site for several hours, the agency said in a post. This activity is related to this morning's New Orleans attacks, but due to the ongoing nature of the investigations, no further information can be provided. And I shared this with you as soon as it had come out. And here it is from the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation for Houston and Harris County. They're saying due to the nature of the investigation, they could not give a lot of information about what was going on. But here you can see they were blocking off roads in certain areas, initially not saying what was going on. The FBI is investigating this matter as an act of terror, Attorney General Merrick Garland said in a statement. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the Justice Department's National Security Division, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Louisiana are working with local law enforcement in New Orleans on the investigation, he said. And here you can see a photo of the area that is taped off. This story was updated with new information, so this is developing news. Like I said, as information is pouring in, I'm going to be sure to share it with you, as there are a lot of things that are taking place right now. And here's an update coming in from Fox News. Let me go ahead and share this with you. You can see the footage of this, the SWAT team area, and there was an arrest that was made as well. Luna, thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you for the news, my friend. Also, this is only just the beginning. Yes, and I've heard a lot of people say that as well. And I've shared with you here on the channel the list that we received from the FBI over a year ago of cities that they believe have sleeper cells in them and are under the threat of potential attack. And yes, Houston was one of them, and I believe New Orleans was as well, if I remember correctly. So we're hearing that this could have been initiated here. We're seeing several different things happening. We've been hearing the warnings that January 1st, there could be major attacks. January 1st and also January 20th, Inauguration Day, as we see a transition of power from Joe Biden to Donald Trump. So it looks like these warnings, these things that we've been hearing for quite some time, they are starting to unfold here. We're starting to see these come to fruition. Now, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's take a look at this video footage so that way you can see it for yourself as to what is coming out here in Houston.
We are looking live at pictures from Houston, Texas right now, where it appears to be an ongoing SWAT operation at what might be the home of the suspect in this awful tragedy that happened in New Orleans. A local media report says that several people, including children, were taken out of this home. Again, it's believed to be the home of Shamsuddin Jabbar. And law enforcement have been conducting activity related to this investigation pretty much for the last couple of moments here. We're watching this very, very closely right now.
So there you have it, you guys. So that was unfolding here in Houston. And here's a look here. You can see drone captures a man outside the Houston home of the New Orleans attacks of the New Orleans attack suspect with his hands up as SWAT issue commands. So they might have gotten somebody here. Now, we will see. I'll keep you up to date. I haven't really been able to find anything or confirm anything, just that there's this drone footage that has come out as they're saying they believe they have arrested somebody with all of this that is going on. So, like I said, I'll be sure to keep you up to speed on all of this as all of these are developing, and we're hearing that these are attacks that are taking place all over. Now, in addition to that, also, if you missed it, there is video footage that is coming out that in New York, there are massive, massive gatherings that are taking place, and they are going and doing pro-Hamas protests at this time. Take a look at this caption: Manhattan, New York City calling for global intifada. 12 hours from the tragedies that took place in New Orleans and Las Vegas, and these people are doing this. Do they have no shame? And we heard the statement coming out from Joe Biden as he said that this was a terrible act, came out and spoke for about a minute or two on what had unfolded, and then left without answering any questions and just kind of took off. And let me know your thoughts. I kind of feel like he is just kind of checked out, and he's just like, hey, I got like 20 days left. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And also, let me know your thoughts on this. When Donald Trump comes in, do you think he's going to be able to hunker down and really help out with all these issues that we have here on our own U.S. soil? We've heard Donald Trump say that he wants to secure the borders. He wants to provide an iron dome for the United States. He also wants to get control of the Panama Canal, wants to get control of Greenland, saying these are strategic locations for potential threats of attacks from our adversaries, wants to secure our borders, do a mass deportation, he is saying, to get out anybody that wants to cause harm to the United States, anybody that has entered in illegally, wants to eliminate these threats, make America safe again. And if you like that, if you agree, and you think that Donald Trump is going to do a better job than the current administration and Joe Biden, put a 47 in the comments. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as we're hearing that Donald Trump is saying he wants to make a lot of changes and really, really try to secure our nation right now with everything that is going on. And there is a lot. We've heard these warnings and have actually shared with you, though. We will see. We have heard that Gordon Chang has warned that we could be looking at potential attacks here before Inauguration Day, before the transition of power. He said that we could be looking at attacks from China, from Chinese cyber attacks, from actual physical attacks here on our soil. We've heard the warnings of sleeper cells associated with ISIS and these other proxy groups that are supported by the Middle East and Iran. So we will see. And whatever unfolds, though, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel so that way you know exactly what is going on, because there has been a lot taking place. And in addition to that, we have had the drones as well that has kind of gone silent recently, as we had all those drones over New Jersey and all over the entire nation. We were seeing reports taking place even in other nations on U.S. military bases. And we haven't really heard too much about it, but we're hearing that the drones, they're still here. Just less reporting coming out and just kind of being brushed off right now by the Pentagon, by the government, by Joe Biden. So we will see. Like I said, whatever comes out, though, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel so that way you know exactly what is going on and you can see it for yourself and know what is taking place. So as these develop, I'll be sure to report on it. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button. 3 more likes gets us to 1,500 while we are live. Subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? And also additional resources and all of these articles going to be linked down in the description, so that way you guys can know exactly what is going on. You can rest assured that it is the latest. Try to hold myself accountable to my community here on the channel, so that way you know exactly where the information is coming from. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll keep you up to speed on everything. I see DJS saying Steve's keeping us up to speed. Yes. Thank you so much, says Muffy. You are very welcome. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a blessed night. Happy New Year. And I will